Hey everyone, I'm gonna see if I can just plow through the horror at Highrook and finish it in this video. I can't be that far off, so let's just try to power through it and see what we can do. Another delivery, and this time it seems to be from our mysterious friend V. Aster cradles the container warily. Despite my distrust of this individual, their contributions to our cause have always been useful. So what do we do with this? This stained container is a Venitas document box. Designed to transport confidential papers, these cases are sealed with a protective tar. This case carries a faded monogram that reads simply V. We can perform this in the lab. Okay, which is up here, right? Oh, we got these guys, these infernal watchers. I forgot about that. That was something that just happened when we signed off last time. And they are in basically every room, right? Okay, so let's get everyone out of the room where there could be an infernal watcher. Oh, we do want you to... We only have 6 hours left to do this. Let's get the basic meal down here. The bulldog pipe is new. A fine beechwood pipe. It's bowl polished from years of handling. The stem is wrapped in bands from an exotic metal that appear to reflect more light than they receive. Did I read this? Maybe. This was Alfred's most prized possession. Perhaps we might use it to obtain a moment of calm. Okay, yes, I did read this. It can provide inspiration for this stuff. It's a task focus. So this is the dining room focus. I guess I just moved all of those into their rooms, didn't I? Okay. I was telling Leaf, I've been doing this for 12 hours according to Steam, and I was telling him how it wasn't until hour 10 how I realized some of the mechanics of this game. The game doesn't explain the mechanics to you. It's not as obtuse as Cultist Simulator. Oh boy, that game. I will never play that on stream. But I feel a little slow for not having caught on to some of the mechanics. And I told Leaf, when you're talking and worrying about your OBS and worrying about your mic and worrying about your levels and worrying about everything, you're not thinking about the game 100%, right? So you're not playing the game to the best of your ability whenever you're doing a let's play. If I was just not talking at all and didn't have a camera up, it was just the gameplay, no commentary. Sure, great. Yeah, I bet I would do wonderful. I'm yapping, blah, 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 blah. So speaking of yapping, let's not stop yapping and look at these watchers. Task focus 7. Oh gosh. A ghastly tumor encased in a framework of rusted metal. Like a caged eyeball, it floats practically immaterial. In the center of the space, drooling a noxious phlegm beneath it. That's kind of like me today. I took 3 different antihistamines today. Nasal rinse, my antibiotic. What's the thing that you're not supposed to use more than 3 days in a row or you get addicted to it? That too. And I'm a mess, Afrin. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on with me, but it's really bad today. Have these loathsome spies always been here, laying invisible alongside us? I think I did read this last time too. This card can be moved within the room, but cannot be removed from it. So we can still do, I remember talking about this, we can do stuff in the room by moving them out of the slot. But that's worst case scenario, right? We need to address them. So task focus 7. Only girls are allowed in the lab. That's what we know. So she has 3. The kitty scope has 2. So that gets us to 5. And then even if we did one of these, that would only get us to 6. See, that's the problem. 7 is a lot. I don't know how to get to 7. So we can do this. This is not going to be great for your brain. How sleepy are we? We're okay. We're getting a little hungry. Vitaly needs to pet the cat. But we're doing okay. We need a second one here. Gift of the Bee? I don't remember where Gift of the Bee comes from. I need to pull up that web page that tells me where to get everything. 6. This one's only 6. This one's 7? Why is that one so hard? When this one's only 6, I bet Atticus can do this. Do we have a food? Do the herbs help in the dining room? Yeah, heck yeah. And then the forge is the Watcher Spire. Huh. This corrupt focus draws vision from the infernal watchers. We need to destroy all the watchers before we can destroy this. Only Aster can do this. 4, that's easy. Although we don't have, I take that back. We don't have like a permanent booster here. The archives is 6. We should be able to do that. Scholar Vitaly. Wake up, Vitaly. I got work for you. Well, we can get a lot of these banged out. And then that leaves the machine room and the laboratory. Well, in the study. But everyone's working, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So we'll hit. Oh, that's right. The number pad doesn't work for that. I wish it did. Bam. Okay. What is this? Pilgrims. Your progress is both impressive and concerning. I fear that you will soon need more than your natural wits to proceed. Please, because I can't do that 7. Before my exile, the Seekers charged me with locating an ancient and powerful thought condenser within Highrook. It lay in pieces across the estate, split and hidden by a previous owner. In order to find it, I was given a divining ring attuned to the condenser's energies. I did not complete the task, and when I fled, I took the ring with me. I pass it to you now. Oh, this is from V. So we opened up V's case, and he's like, here's this cool ring. I pass it on to you now, in the hope that you might complete the hunt. My memory is unclear, but you might do well to begin your search in the dining room or the laboratory. I hope you can succeed where I failed. A divining ring? The provost at Bleakhurst claimed to have seen one of these in his youth. Vitaly lays the ring on an open page to study it further. It holds guiding magic that drains the user's vitality in order to detect hidden items. I'm increasingly concerned about this mysterious benefactor, V. How can we be sure that their intentions are honorable? They seem to have a thorough knowledge of both the Seekers and their power. Perhaps they are trying to mislead us. I am unsure. They seem to hate the Communion as much as I do, and they've clearly fallen out with them at some point in the past. I say we take whatever help we can get. And some of these relics might fetch a decent price once this nightmare's over. That's my Atticus. Always thinking with the auction house. Okay. So this we can just send to records. Task focus use anywhere. So this is going to help us get up to like that 7, right? A dull silver ring. The modeled surface has aged with a strange patina. It grips the finger with an unnatural chill, but burns noticeably when certain other items are brought near. Each use drains the user's vitality. Vitality just meaning their health, so we can use the weird stuff we fish up or the herbs from the cliff to help them, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna put this down here. Hey. Come with me. There we go. Let's go back up there for now. No, you get out of there. Echo of the past 5. As the watcher disintegrates, whispers float in from its past. Those within the house cannot know we are here, brothers. Our action is as secret as it is sacred. For this is a place where the boundary wears very thin. Indeed, I know that even now your shining souls press against it, yearning for the other place. Here the wall will prove too fragile to contain us. Hush, we move in silence, so none shall detect our passing. Though it shall be steadfast. Steadfast. How dramatic. Steadfast and relentless. They say, your worship, that there were sacred stones in this place even before the first settlers built their dark fort. Indeed, there are signs of settlement from before people are recorded to have lived in these lands. Ha! No. I don't know who could have raised the stones. Gods? Giants? No, no, no. History is but a silly game. The new house we are building here is about the future, burying the bones of the past. I cut out a lot of this. The last one I did, oh boy. If it wasn't related to the plot, I just cut it out. Like all this eating and stuff, nobody needs to watch that. But we can get the ring going. What's the ring do? How do I use the ring? It grips the finger. Task focus, use anywhere. So I use it here? Let's see what happens. Oh, interesting. Should we do the archives already? We got Vitali's note here. We should read that. And Aster's. Oh, we got a bunch of notes to read, huh? Where do the lips go? What do them lips do? Well, they'll go right there. Everyone's... Okay, we're looking a lot better up here now, but let's read these notes. Aster's note. My mind now turns to what might happen when we escape this place. It has already been awful enough that I can be certain none of us will leave here unscarred and unchanged. What a curse has been wrought, and what foolishness. When I find myself recovered, I shall make it a task to decry unnatural curiosities and to castigate meddlers like Vitali and Gideon. Which rude. Come on, they've been your bosom buddies here. Bosom. In truth, it is only mechanists who really understand how life should be approached. Oh, la-dee-da. Not without feeling, but certainly with reason and caution. Only human invention can preserve us and our world. All else is indulgent folly. Come on, lady. Another rite of Vitali. Another rite assembled, and hopefully another step toward the culmination of our task. Even with the knowledge I am gathering, I am keen to be finished with this assignment. It is a sort of hell to be trapped here with these people. I have remained polite and professional, of course I have, but never in my life have I had to share space with a brute beast like Atticus. My admiration for his physique has all but faded. He sees nothing, and he knows nothing. Did they sew together the butcher's leftovers and bake a loaf for the brain? Is this the house getting to them? I feel like this is suddenly very out of character for them to be turning on each other. I mean, they have been in the house for a month, but still. After everything they've seen, I think you'd get closer, not crabbier. I feel like this is the house doing this. For a while, I thought I might speak to the others about my somnambulant theories, but it feels as if my words slide off them too, like rain on oilskin. Without my dear Ella, I am destined to be forever alone in my thoughts and ambitions. Yeah, come on, guys. Who cares? Mr. Mouse knew that the visitors were looking for the great king's dream. He knew where to find one. The dream was nestled in a dark corner, like a beetle hibernating for winter in the cracks of the house. Mr. Mouse dragged the dream out of its hiding place, even though it was squirming and biting. Carefully, so as to not make too much sound, Mr. Mouse took the dream to the room of the stones, where the writing crawled like worms. There, he thought, he would place the dream as bait beneath the hidden cage. The dream would lay on the floor on its back, desperately writhing. Mr. Mouse found the rope that held the cage, and with his sharp front teeth, he began to gnaw and chew. Cool story. Hey, there we go. One more. Oh, I thought I needed one more. There's the thought condenser. An amulet composed of something between metal or bone. It pieces together like the frame of a lens or a mirror, but there is no gem or glass held by the circle. This focusing amulet allows the wearer to combine inspirations together to produce more powerful boons. Used in a task slot, this will absorb 2 support cards of level 1, creating a new boon support card of level 2. Okay. Permanent support. Yeah. So, used in a task slot. So, okay. And now that this is complete, it is clear that this talisman is a powerful focus. A thought condenser. Possibly part of the Vitalian treasury. It allows the user to resolve separate mental and physical influences into a single empowered state of focus. No wonder why our mysterious friend was insistent that we find it. Yet another occult tool, but I will consent to its use if it can help us with our mission. After we are done with it, it would be best destroyed along with the rest of the Seeker's horde. Sassy pants. Thought condenser, right? We'll do a gift of the bee, and a chemical worksheet, and only girls allowed in the lab. That will give us 2, right? And we'll be able to do this one. Isn't that exciting? Okay, boon of the bee. Move my little cards around. Okay. Oh, get out of there. And I wrote to Mother and explained that I had purchased this simply exquisite ruins atop the cliffs. I shall live in the shattered tower and write my sonnets. Barely into the horizon I do see. Well, I do not claim to be some gilded bard. We cannot all expect to have our voice echo down the ages. If the best I can do is a tome of my poems in the archive of some great family, then so be it. The romance of this place should see to that. Oh, so, well, someone bought a house and thought they were going to use it as their writing getaway, and, while they're petting the cat, let's set up the next thing to do. Who's also really hurt? Vitaly, why don't you do this? So the study, we put this here, and then, is this the study? Yes. And then once Vitaly is done, we'll throw him in the study and get a boon of the owl or whatever. Okay. Just, hurry, pet the cat. Oh, he's gone. There he goes. We put this here, we put that there, and then we should be able to wham bam. Anything else I can be doing? Okay, get this out of there. Get this going. And while she's doing that, we can read this note. Upon this hill, this sacred hill, shall I become a pile of bones. For we shall build a dwelling, and therein shall we abide. The call of a gull echoes across the distance of time. Be not in sorrow, my kin. This desolate place shall engage us in solitude, and there shall be a feast, and the old stones will see the fire, and they shall rejoice. Thus spake the first master of Highrook. Great, cool. The plague has taken our lord. Now he is gone, to the land of the dead, which now lies close at hand. Indeed, the same souls that walk in the shadowed place walk with us here, in these halls. This great house shall not serve another generation, and it shall pass into ruin. All things must. Come, you who can walk still. The raiders are in the fields. We must take up the axe and the lantern. There is nothing more to be done. Sure. So we just got this one left to do, and I don't know how to get fish. So let me pull up my guide. We got a gazette. Earth tremor, Shriek region. Damage to Black Sands tenement determines demolishment. A shifting of the earth has been reported in all areas of the Black Sands locality this week, with damage to some buildings. A tenement in Dire Witch area has been condemned as a result of the tremors, with the mayor announcing that it is to be taken down within 2 weeks. Affected families are to be housed at the Huckland Mill, which has also suffered minor damage from the quaking. It is understood that such events are naturally occurring, albeit rare. Palpitations of the deep stones of the earth. Sure. Okay, the scrubbing salts. Ooh, and the ember fungus. Okay, so we got the scrubbing salts. Oh, I think is that enough? That's just enough, isn't it? For us to do this? Perfect. I don't need a boon. Oh, we're getting sleepy, huh? Okay. Yes. Sell to this Voltec woman. Do it quickly. We cannot stand another season in this wretched place. Oh, trying to sell the house. First my sister, then my children. Why did they go down there? Oh, those caves. Each one a terrible mouth. Why is this place so hungry? I tell you, it is a vampire drinking the blood of the people who dwell within it. Henry, sell the damned house. It is a curse. A doom. Even now we are sickened. Oh my, look at your teeth. Henry, your teeth. Those were the last ones. Oh, Henry, your teeth. Henry's teeth. Going bad. Oh, my poor Henry. I miss that guy. I just needed to give a second. As a twisted spire collapses, the ground begins to tremble. You have overstepped this time, fleshlings. The tethers are cut, the fabric ripped. The estate is but one of our anchors to your world. Your childish attempt to injure us puts your own foundations in danger. Ah, so we can hurt you. Aster braces herself against the doorway as the earth continues to rumble, like Star Trek bridge cam shaking. Your foul tendrils should not be in our world at all, and our companions should not be in yours. Gideon may have stumbled at your gates, but I am no weak-minded novice. Vitali brandishes his book like a warrant, his knuckles white. We are nearing the seat of your authority, and I will have the seals needed to make my case. I demand yours now, Maker. You are compelled to offer it. I see your path, little man. The same lost wandering that leads all your kind to despair and emptiness. The lantern tosses a medallion to the trembling ground. Take the seal. You will be interred in the rubble of this place before you gain an audience with the end. Chapter 7. We gotta be getting close to the end. The music of the spears is a dark and silent dance, a melody in the mind of the universe. That's a Seeker's aphorism. Sure is, isn't it? Okay, what do we got going on here? Other than everyone go the fuck to bed. I guess we gotta look at this first. Is everyone unharmed? That tremor was no vision. I expect the disturbance could even be felt in the Black Sands. Aster brushes the dust from her arms. The manor is well built, but I am sure I heard a rumble of collapsing masonry. We should assess the damage and decide our next steps. Atticus laughs grimly. These grand houses are not as firm as they appear to be. Building your mansion atop a cliff riddled with caves ain't too bright. He's right there. I'll wager this collapse will bring down even more buried horrors to light. Can you smell the stench too? The quake has caused the very ground to split and the earth below seems rotten and blighted. Helgar nudges a pile of wreckage with her boot. We should tread carefully to avoid both injury and infection. Girl, I agree. Let's go to bed. Okay, while they're doing that, we got some debris. What is that? What do we do? The tremors resulted in several of the storage shelves collapsing. The floor is now littered with debris. It seems as if like me playing Veilguard in that room where I just broke vases over and over again. It seems as if there could be something worth investigating beneath the rubble. Oh, a gift to the monkey. Ooh, another seal of Nibiru. Okay, let's get that down here. We got a couple of these now, don't we? I don't know where they use these. I guess we're using them in the Lord's Chamber. It's the only place we haven't unlocked yet, right? 1. That's easy. I got 1. Oh, we can finally open the shipping crate because I think whatever's in the shipping crate, I think we've probably gotten all of it, right? Oh, we got a pestilent swarm. What do you do? They do not do direct harm, and they are hard to dispatch, but they spread disease and will multiply quickly if left unchecked. Oh, shoot. Can Atticus take care of this? Come on, okay. Oh, I am no longer using the phonograph to journal my reflections of the moonfly experiments. Instead, I am recording the journeys directly. I'm attempting to describe the visions as they occur. Is this V? The phonograph has been most useful in research, but some recordings have turned out more disturbing than I expected. Oh, this is probably blasting me with light, huh? There we go. One session in particular saw my narration transformation into a stream of pained whispers in a language I do not know. Listening back to the recording left me so disturbed I had to retire with a measure of laudanum. I could use laudanum. Every night, go to bed. I doubt that there's anything of sense in this recording, but the cylinder is attached. If by chance I wish to re-examine my unsettling glossolalia. Yeah, me too. This confirms that the Akrons were not the first owners of the Highrook to open their minds to Nibiru. Miss Voltuk was seeking artistic inspiration. Oh, is this the gal who wanted to write the poems? Instead of power, but she stumbled upon her own method of illumination. This moonfly extract, or at least the recordings that resulted from it, could help us assemble a final rite. Again, it is the appliance of mechanist engineering that allows us to examine her steps. Esther wears a smug grin. Scientific recording and containment is the only safe way to deal with arcane phenomenon. Your blind enthusiasm for occult systems is misguided and dangerous. My enthusiasm is how we have progressed this far. Vitaly curbs a rising anger. If we had not engaged with the tools and rites of Nibiru, we would still be scouring the courtyard for notes and footprints. Everyone calm down. Okay. We got a garden guide. That's exactly what we need for Helgar to do this. Why is the donkey there? Okay, and we're gonna have him deal with the bugs before they get bad. Oh my god, there's so many notes. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Okay. We needed to do the electro lamp. Is that right? Because we need something for the well house. Okay, so while that's happening, you do the archives, you can do the archives. Okay. What is this? A wax recording. It's a small pillar of wax inscribed with a spiral of scratchy audio. We can do this in the child's room. Perfect. Here's the villainous that the guide was telling me I needed. A collection of poems written by Peter Gwindle. To many critics, the rambling stanzas and violent imagery appears to be nothing more than provocative posturing. But to others, the intensity of the writing and its otherworldly tone were a source of great inspiration. We can do this here. And that gives us those inspirations. We read that one. I am unwell. My experiments had left me scarred and it does not heal. I have not used the extract for days. Yet, when I close my eyes, that blasphemous landscape appears once more. Even in my waking hours, the shadows around Highrook transform into the spires of that forsaken land, and I feel the cold heat of that sickening moon on my back. My adventures took a step too far, and I came here to destroy the drafts I have written, to burn them in the forge. Yet I could not. Something, pride perhaps, would not let me do this. I will take them to the archives where they might be safely hidden. Perhaps their terrible inspiration will one day be worth this nightmarish tariff. Storage index. A crumpled note listing the shelf. Okay, so this is how we're going to find those poems or whatever. Irma's Voltaic's stanzas, and that goes in here. Okay. So we need. Everyone's kind of busy, right? We need the scrubbing salts for the well house. Boom. Put this down here. And then you get in there. Okay, so what did we got here? Clay bone clump. A dollop of earth and clay revealed when clearing debris from the courtyard. Normally we would instantly discard this clod of earth, but Dr. Caligar suspects that the loam hides something more organic, perhaps even bone-like. Caligar can use this in the kitchen. And then we got an unearthed box, a small metal case recovered from beneath the debris in the courtyard. It must have laid buried there for years. Despite its age, it remains firmly locked with no sign of a key, and we will need to break our way in the machine room. Okay. You can do that. What? 5. So we need one more. We got one more, right? We got Gift of the Monkey. Boom. Okay. She's almost done with that. Okay, we'll move her up here, but then let's look at this. A document case. This stained container is a Venitas document box designed to transport. It's got more stuff. Oh, this is Irma Voltac or whatever. We'll do this in the laboratory. Ooh, another didactic program. Oh, wait. Did I just move that by accident? Yeah, I just moved that by accident. Sophia's notes. It's been a minute since we've seen anything from Sophia. A handful of mechanist notes written by Lady Sophia Akron. There is some sort of design sketched out here, but it will need to be studied to extract it reliably by Aster in the study. Aster's a busy lady. We need her everywhere. How's everyone doing? No one's on the precipice of death, so we're okay. That's not... That's not where that goes. Everyone's working on something? Perfect. Ooh. Okay, we got another bone. Bonk. That's how skeletons work, right? Oop, oop, oop. Okay. You can do this, can't you? Incorrect character. Oh, that's Aster. My bad, but you can do this. We need one more. That should work. We don't need to do any boons. And how's our food looking? Uh-oh. Anyone who's not... I just started her, didn't I? Well, you guys eat. And then the ladies will have to figure out their own meal later. We got a bunch of stuff here, holy cow. Moonfly extract. That goes in here? Yikes. Okay. I had my final voyage last night, the culmination of my terrible visions. I was transported to an unearthly black desert, a terrible wasteland lit by the fevered rays of that burning moon. The land itself was strewn with grim lakes and wreathed in bright mists. Everything was vivid and cold. I could smell the pools and hear the discharge of static in the air. The moon filled the sky above, and I felt suffocated, crushed, as if underwater. Figures all composed of ethereal light flickered in and out of that realm, assembling like automatons, lost pilgrims staggering across the barren land. It was too much. Too much. I am quaking now with the memory. I am sealing my last ampule here, along with the device I need to filter the extract. I will not go back. I cannot go back. We got Evelyn's strain. Oh, this is the permanent thing for the, what's it? Gerward Evelyn was a servant to the director of Westfold Frontiers, a prospecting group established by Lord Mithers. The company operated for several years in the gold fields of the West Coast. Its expert geologists and surveyors found little to no riches and ended up wasting their remaining funds on gin and opium. During this period, Gerward Evelyn took care of the general domestics and quietly studied his superiors. After the company collapsed, he remained on the coast and found fame as a solo dredger, able to find nuggets in the most unlikely streams and silts. Fun fact, my husband Leif used to be a prospector, a gold prospector in Alaska. It's a real job people have. Still, to this day. He put his success down to a modified clothes strainer that he had adapted during his service to Lord Mithers. The design became famous and now used worldwide wherever washing or indeed prospecting is done. So we can upgrade that. How do we upgrade it? Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. Okay, let's get all these boys out of here. Let's see, what do we need? It requires 2. And we do not have 2. We have 1 Ember Shard, right? And then we need a gift of... Oh. There's 2 other ways we can get a forge thing. And I'd have to look them up because my brain is not working right now. It is 2:20 in the morning. Okay, some more wax. More notes. My voyages are becoming more intense and the recordings more garbled. I now believe I am always drawn to the same place, an unnatural shadowed isle, lit by the flickering rays of a burning moon. The recordings are often confused and hard to transcribe, such as the one I include here, and sometimes even seem to have captured other voices other than my own. I have written several drafts for the new poems immediately after these visions, but the results are always unreadable. The pages crisscross with garbled phrases and arcane symbols. I am hoping that my attempts will gain clarity over time. Perhaps it is simply a matter of adjusting the dose. Indiana, if you unplug my computer, I will throw you out the window. Okay, we got another wax. Another Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse had laid a trap for the visitors. They entered the darkened room and saw the helpless dream struggling on the floor. They rushed to it like mice to old cheese. The visitors kneeled down around the dream with their syringes and their books. Mr. Mouse gnawed faster. The rope snapped. The cage fell. The visitors screamed. Mr. Mouse hoped all the noise would not wake up the king, but up in his grand bedroom the king slumbered on, dreaming his dreams, until they climbed out of his skull to crawl off and hide in the nooks and crannies of the house. Mr. Mouse had done a good job. He went back to the window to watch the river and to whisper and to wait. What did we learn there? Okay, hold on. Let me put all these wax cylinders over here. Alfred's note. I was looking for musical recordings for the boy to play. He loves the magic of sound coming from that clunky old machine he has in his room. I promised him I would bring him anything I could find, and I have got him some good ones. Music, stories, and the like. I found one in the archives the other day that I will not let him hear. It was right far in the stacks. Voltalk or something it says on the label. Excited, I took it to Simon's room, but he wasn't in there. I thought to give it a listen myself. Well, I wish I had not. Such evil words were on the thing. I would call a choir of witches. I took the wretched thing and put it up in the eaves of our chambers so that no one ever has to listen to that foul noise again. Nice try, bud. Okay, sturdy crate. A reinforced container recovered from the debris in the cellars. We will need to use one of our more blunt engineering solutions to use this. Aster, is that you, girl? You my blunt engineering solution? Well, I'm gonna need some for the machine room. What's our iron pail? A noisy metal bucket that seems to clang and clatter with the slightest provocation. What a scamp. It is stained and dented from years of hauling coal and water. We can do this in the well house. It is a task focus for the well house. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so we can upgrade this. We have a new thing to do here. We need something else for the machine room. We have a ton of stuff. Wax cylinders to listen to. Oh, and Sophia's notes. Why don't you do Sophia's notes? And I think we're caught up. When we get everyone, kind of look at everyone's, oh my gosh, these guys are back. Okay. Everyone's not doing too bad. Sophia's blueprint. We got another one. So what's the difference here between these two? This card can only be used by Aster. Well, how many of these I got? Interesting. Okay, so what we need now is actually for me to stop recording because I'm incredibly tired. I'm like, this is gonna be the time I finish the game. And then I read text for an hour and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of reading stuff. I get mush mouthy, right? And then I'm not paying attention. And so maybe we'll just leave it here. I think we've got it set up in a good spot. We'll do a wax cylinder. We'll look in this book. We'll read Caligar's note. We haven't done that yet. I need to find stuff to upgrade those Evelyn's strain. We put everyone to bed. We pet the cat a whole bunch. So everyone's stats are doing pretty good. We got time for the food, so we don't need to do that quite yet. We'll check out the pail. We'll open the sturdy crate. We have 2 Sophia's blueprints. Maybe we should do one of those first. I've had a Sophia's blueprint kicking around for a while. I think it gave me 2 just because I've had duplicates of stuff in the past where it's like, well, you haven't done it yet, so here's a second one. So I feel like if we do one, the next one will just be like, remnants that'll go away in 2 hours or whatever. So we'll see. But those, we got to get the Sophia's blueprints done. Those have been around for a while. And then I think that's it, right? That's it. I mean, that's how we'll start the next episode. Ooh, okay. Well, thanks for reading all that text with me. We managed to get into chapter 7 and get pretty far. And I think, you know, I always think we're near the end. But gosh, this feels like we're really near the end, huh? So once we get the Lord's Chamber open, you know, it's gonna be gangbusters. That's gonna be like the race to the finish. So let's see if we can figure out how to get that open in the next one. I mean, it's not like I can do anything other than go in the direct path that it's laid out for me. It's not like I can skip steps. So, all right. Well, thanks for playing Horror Highrook with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, crowd around the night lamp and have a little nap. All right. Bye. Oh, there we go. Bye.